All good? Give me a second. Yeah, thank you. All good from my side? Yeah, I'm also good. I'm also good. So I thought that today I should discuss budget, as you people were also saying. I mean, recently it has been in discussion. So yeah, thank you. So as you said that, and as you know that on 1st Feb, the budget was presented in Parliament by Finance Minister, and it was basically, it is the responsibility of the President, and on the behalf of President, Finance Minister presents the budget in Parliament, and on 1st Feb we have seen. So what is budget? A little discussion we'll talk. We'll talk a little about overall what is budget, and then we'll proceed to what is there in the budget this year, 2022-23, budget for 2022-23, because it is my current affair class, and this document, okay, this is not, and you are supposed to read these documents at least once. And this is my current affair class, so I will be talking a little, with an impression that you people are very much, or you people are like not, my students will be knowing many things regarding budget and all that, whoever has done the classes. But I'll be talking with respect to those guys who are new to this topic, basically budget. So I'll be giving a brief of that as well, only brief. And then we'll proceed to what is there in the budget this year. Okay, so before moving to budget, those documents, I need to speak something with respect to this. Is, see, government budget is like, when we say budget, budget is like how much money government is going to spend. Okay, and budget is a plan of all those expenditure. Budget is like, a wallet of the government, and from that wallet, from where the money is coming and where the money is going. So budget is description of this wallet of the government. Okay, from where the money is coming and from where the money is going. Okay. Can I take this down? No. 1 second. So budget is basically the description from where the money is coming in the hand of the government and where the money is going. So, so basically it is a kind of wallet of the government. And the budget word is also coming from purse. Purse means wallet. Okay. So from where the money is coming and from where money is going. It is like receipt of all money and expenditure of all money. So this description you get in budget. And when you say, okay, there are two things, receipt and expenditure where. So government would be like very much interested in letting people know that we are expenditure means spending. Government kharch kar rahi hai, spending. Government will be very much interested in people or in in telling people that see where we are doing the expenditure. All these expenditure where we are doing is going into the development of people or development of country. So government would be like very much interested in talking here and trying to convince convince the people of the country, convince the parliament in its presentation of budget that see we are doing these spendings and these will be ultimately for the development of people, for the development of country. So these money they are spending is basically the government would be saying like this. And no doubt government plays important role in the development of the country economically or giving benefits to the people. So they will be saying, okay, it is benefits, it is beneficial for everybody. And at the same time, when they are like taking money from two where, with respect to people I'm talking, one is tax revenue and another is non-tax. So they are taking people, and people are more interested over here. Common people are more interested over here. They'll be saying that see, we have reduced the taxes. Okay, in case it is, we have reduced the taxes, or this time government will be saying at least we have not increased the tax. Tax is same. They would be saying like, okay, tax is same or tax is reduced. So people would be like interested in knowing over here that okay, people are directly connected with these taxes, and people are directly connected with those benefits or those programs which the government would be running. Benefits from the program, benefits of different programs where government is going to do the expenditure. Okay, so people are like more connected over here. So people would be knowing, okay, what we need to give to the government in terms of tax and what we are getting from the government. Got the point? But the overall picture is not only what common people are looking at budget. Overall picture is the overall receipt of the government and overall expenditure of the government. You are not a common person. You are going to be an IAS officer. You should be knowing the overall what budget is. Yes or no? Budget is, got the point? This much. With respect to common people, it will be two things. Okay, what are taxes we are going to pay, and what are benefits we'll get. So government will be counting many benefits that okay, we are going to develop this, we are going to develop that, and those development or those will be benefiting basically common people. And this is pro-poor in case benefits are more towards poor people. So government will be saying, okay, this is pro-poor budget, and taxes from the poor will be taken as very less. So these are the things. So this is budget. So, but when you look into the overall details of this budget, it will be including many things, or you need to understand the overall, at least overall, not only with respect to, not only as a common people who are looking at budget. So to understand the budget thing, first is to understand the different documents government is presenting in parliament. So I'll first move to those documents which the government would be presenting in parliament every year. So when the government will tell this story, this is a story. This is what is happening. This is a story of receipt and a story of expenditure. A story of receipt and a story of expenditure. And this receipt, this story is of 1 year. This is a story of 1 year. And government will be trying its best to make this story as real. Yes or no? Make this story as real. A story of all these receipt and a story of, it is a kind of estimation. A story or say estimation. Okay. So annual plan, very nice, annual plan. So it is like first Feb. Once again, this I need to make you understand once again. So I can take white one. So the very first thing you need to understand, this year, it is 2022-23 financial year, which starts from 1st April and 1st April to 31st March. Okay, what government is going to do in this financial year? What government of India? It is the budget of the government of India, and accordingly, the state government also presents budget in their state legislative assemblies. So here, government is talking about in this financial year, which starts from 1st April, what different amount, what are the amounts we will be getting, and what are the amounts we will be spending. Yes or no? So government is talking about all the receipt in this and all the expenditure in this one financial year, which starts from 22. It is a story. It is a story. Government is telling this story on 1st Feb. Story means estimation. Try to understand. When I say story, it is not a story. Don't take it literal. Okay, I will be using these words to make you understand. 1st Feb. On 1st Feb, government is telling this story to the people of the country. Telling this story mean it is money, na? It is money. It is money. So estimation of this money. Estimation that this estimation is how much we will be receiving and how much we will be spending. How much? Okay, got the point? So it is a story like this, or estimation. Say estimation is better word, no doubt. How much we will be receiving or how much we will be spending in this financial year. So when government is doing expenditure or government is spending money, it should be going into the benefits of people. Yes or no? It should be benefiting the people. Yes. So this is the first way. And these estimation will be called as budget estimation. These estimation will be called as budget estimation. Okay, so budget estimation is presented on. This is a story. We don't know how much what will happen in real, and we will be knowing what happened in real only after completion of this year. Yes or no? Supposedly, government is saying that we will collect 100 in this year. Government is saying we will collect 100 in this year. So it is called budget estimation of receipt. Okay, government is saying, but it is not. Our government is saying on 1st Feb, and government is saying on 1st Feb that from 1st April to 31st March we will receive 100. We will receive 100, and we will do the expenditure of say 110. We will receive 100, and we will do the expenditure of 110. Government is saying this story on 1st Feb. Still, there is government is saying some. Feb and March, 2 months prior to the starting of 2 months prior. Yes or no? 2 months before the commencement of financial year, government is saying this. Okay, so when government is saying this, it is not possible. Okay, how can you do expenditure of 110 when you are receiving only 100? So government will be taking 10 as loan. Government will be taking 10 as loan. This is called borrowing, government borrowing. This is called government borrowing. And this government borrowing is called fiscal deficit. So 10 is fiscal deficit. Many of you who are like my students here, in case you have already done my budget class, you would be knowing, but you have to be patient. As many of the new students would be there. It is current affair class, totally different class from my regular class. Okay, so I'll be talking accordingly, please. Got it? And you'll get new things when I'll talk about what is there in the budget of 2022-23. Okay, so this is called fiscal deficit. This 10 will be called as fiscal deficit. And fiscal deficit is defined in terms of percentage of GDP. Fiscal deficit is defined in terms of percentage of GDP. And for example, if I consider GDP as 250, GDP as if I take GDP as 250, then this 10 will be nothing but 4% of GDP. Yes or no? So fiscal deficit will be said as 4% of GDP in the budget I presented right now. And GDP of 2000, this GDP will be of 2022-23, obviously. So this is also projection. This is also projection because it is advanced estimate, no? This is also projection, because it is still to start. The financial year is still to start. So you cannot say, you can only project or you can only estimate. You cannot. It is just a kind of projection, okay, or estimation. Say yes. Revision will be yes. Revision. So this is called budget estimate. Budget estimate. So I will be telling the story of budget estimate and revised estimate and actual estimate also, because that is the most confusing thing in case you are reading budget document. So that I have to talk. Okay, that I have to talk. So I'll be taking, for that I'll be taking 3 financial year. For that I'll be taking 3 financial year. Okay, and 2000. 3 financial year, 2000, say 2000, okay, it is all right. So 3 financial year I have taken. First is the recent one, 2022-23, 2020, 21-22, 2020, 21, 21, 2020, 21, 21, 22, and 22, 23. And where is the first phase? First phase is very important, which is on which the date on which the government is telling the story of estimation or estimating. This is first phase. Yes or no? There will be 3 first phase. This is, here it will be first phase. Here it will be first phase. It will take just 5 minutes. First phase. And here it is also first phase. Which first phase is just gone these days? Which first phase? A, B, C. On which first phase, Nirmala Sitharaman, the finance minister, presented the budget? A, B, or C? Which one? Yes, it is C. Very nice. So on this date, budget was presented on C. Yes, yes, very good, very good. So C. And there was also a budget for 2020-2021, budget estimate of 2020-21, which was presented in on 1st Feb 2020. It is 1st Feb 2020, yes or no? It is 1st Feb 2021. It is 1st Feb 2020-22. Yes or no? So on 1st Feb 2020, a budget estimate was presented for the financial year 2020-21. Yes or no? Again, a budget estimate will be presented for the budget for the year of 2021-22. Yes or no? Yes. And this time when budget is presented, this is called budget estimate for 2022-23. Yes or no? Okay. This class can go more than 1.5 hours. Okay. So please, because I'll be talking many things. No issue. Yeah. So 2022-23. Sorry, got it. Now, when this budget is presented, I mean, now look into this. Now look into one. Now look into one. I will be saying 1, 2, 3 just to make you sure, or A, B, C. Look into A. Look into A. That budget estimate which is presented before the commencement of financial year. Yes or no? Financial year is start from 1st April, and you are presenting budget on 1st Feb. So it is futuristic, no? It is futuristic data. Futuristic. What will happen, you don't know. So this will be revised. This will be revised. And this will be revised. And again, this will be presented with presentation of budget estimate of 21-22, which will be called revised estimate. So it is revised estimate of 2020-21. Of revised estimate of 2000, it will be better figure, 2020-21. Sorry, because without talking this revised estimate, now many where you will get revised estimate, advanced estimate, you will be not understanding them. So I have to talk 2021, and this budget estimate is of 2021. Yes or no? So this is 10 months past now. 10 months past now. Yes or no? When you are presenting budget of first Feb 2021 in 2020, 21 for the year 2021-22. 10 minutes, 10 months of this year. I can write 10 and 2. You can understand here. It is 10 months. It is 2 months. Yes or no? It is 10 months and 2 months. So 10 months is already passed. 10 months are already passed. So you would have better data now. You would have better data. ये better होगा ना? This will be better data. Yes or no? Yes or no? Because 10 months has already passed. 10 months have already passed. And yes, April to Feb. April to January, I think. Dilip. It is first Feb, no? April to January. It is first Feb mean 10 months mean April to January. Yeah, January 31. Very nice. So it will be better data. And now still 2 months are to passed. Still 2 months left. Yes or no? Still 2 months left. So you can revise once more. And the revision of this will happen once again. Revision of this will happen. One second. Let me get this. This is revised. This is revised, and you got this. Okay. And with look into this. With 2000 on 1st Feb 2021. So still 2 months are to pass. So you can tell the real story, really what happened, only after the completion of this 10 plus 2. Yes or no? Only after the completion, only after this point you can say the real story of this budget. Yes or no? The real story of this budget can be told only after the passage of whole year. पिछले साल क्या हुआ? साल गुजरने के बाद ही बता सकते हो ना? इस साल 2020-21 में 2020-21 में क्या हुआ वो तो साल गुजरने के बाद ही बता सकते हो. अभी भी 2 months बचे हुए हैं. So now it will be once again there is a scope of revision. Yes or no? It will be again revised. और जब again revised होता है तो actual estimate. Then it will be called as actual estimate. This actual estimate is also of the same year. Try to understand. I should write in red only. Yes. This actual estimate is again of same year. Actual estimate. And this actual estimate is presented with the budget estimate of this year. 2020. Every data will be revised. All data. 2020-21. It is of the same year. Yes or no? Got it? It is called actual estimate. And now look into this. Budget estimate will be revised this estimation will be revised once again. Yes or no? This estimation will be revised once again. Yes or no? And yes. And this budget estimate is of 2000. This budget estimate is of 2021-22. Yes. So it will be again revised 2021-22. Yes or no? Again revised, and will be presented in this on this first Feb, which was presented here. And this budget estimate is of 2022-23. Yes or no? So on first Feb, when budget is being presented in Parliament, you will get 3 data. You will get 3 data. What are these 3 data? You will get 3 data. 1, A, B, and C. Yes or no? These 3 data you will get in the budget which is presented. Yeah, real mean actual. Yes, actual. Actual estimate. So budget estimate, revised estimate, and actual estimate. So when it was again revised, it was said as actual estimate. When it was again revised, it was said as actual estimate. So you will get, when you will get this document, you will get three estimation. But for which voting will be done, or for which parliament will be having session, for which estimation parliament is meeting, which is called as budget session of the parliament. Which one? A, B, C. Debate कहाँ होगा? Debate, हंगामा, budget pass कौन सा होगा? Which budget is to be passed? Debate, passage of budget will be passed in parliament. A, no, this is already debated. 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 This was debated in 2000 here. It was debated in here. Last time they were debated, no? Yes or no? Debated in previous budget session of parliament, and this time it will be debated. So all data which government is presenting this will be debated. Okay, this will be debated, but this will be also presented in parliament. ABC all will be presented, but the debate will take place of A, the budget estimate. Yes or no? In budget session of the parliament. In budget session of the parliament. Now, if I look into this data, that will be interesting. Here only I can make you. Yeah, this document is called Budget at a Glance. I will upload this document, but you can also get this document from internet, very easily available. So when you look into budget at a glance, see what is it? Try to understand this. It is presenting all kind of receipt and expenditure. See what it is written. 1 second. Yeah, I'll come to this one. Okay, let me finish this first. So tell me which one is for coming year, which one is upcoming year, which one is previous year, which one is current year. Which one is current year? Right now, which one is current year? Right now, which one is current year? Yes, it is upcoming year. Abhi start nahi hua na? Upcoming year. Budget estimate is presented for upcoming year or forthcoming year. Yes or no? Upcoming year or forthcoming year. Abhi jo aane wala hai. Upcoming year. And abhi jo chal raha hai, that is called current year. This is current year, which is running, which is going right now. And the year which is past, financial year. I am talking with respect to financial year. This is previous year. Yes or no? Upcoming year. Yes, very nice. This is previous year. So from here you can understand that budget estimate is presented for upcoming year, revised estimate is presented for current year, and actual estimate, yeah, assessment year. Again, no, it is not assessment year. I'll talk about our assessment year. Wait a second. For previous year, it is actual estimate. It is actual. I am writing here actual. Don't get confused. Actual estimate. Actual estimate. Okay, this is called actual estimate. Two things more I can talk. A for actual estimate it is. Okay, and R for revised and B for budget. This is actual estimate. This is for previous year. This is for previous year. Got it this much, everybody? This is upcoming year. Yeah, assessment year. What is assessment year? I can clarify over here also only. That I talk about now, government will be having receipt. Government will be having receipt. So supposedly, government is telling me, okay, pay tax. It was like 2000, which the year right now we are in 2021-22, and it's previous to this is 2020-21. Here I need to pay tax. Here I had income. Say income of 10 lakh rupees. Income of 10 lakh rupees, and I am showing this income to the government while filing ITR. That see, last year my income was 10 lakh rupees. I have shown. Government is saying, okay, that's good. Give us tax. So I'll be paying tax on the previous year. So when I need to pay tax, I'll be paying tax in 2021-22. Okay, I'll need to pay tax. I'll be paying on income of 2020-21. Got the point? Here I am needing to pay tax on the income of previous year. So income here and tax here. Got the point? Let me earn first. Now, let me earn first. Once I'll earn, only then I'll pay the tax. Now, in between I can't pay the tax. So first let me earn. 2020-21, I have earned. I got income, and on this income, in this income, I will pay tax in the next year. So this year in which I am paying tax, 2021-22, this year will be called as assessment year. Okay, this year will be called as assessment year. So assessment year, the word assessment year we use with respect to taxation, giving taxes. Got the point? And this is also financial year, yes or no? And this is also financial year. And in this financial year I have earned, and in this financial year I am returning file. ITR. ITR means income tax return. I am filing income tax return. in this financial year. Filing income tax return. Income tax return means telling the government that this much tax I will pay in that form, and I'll be showing my income around. Got the point? What is assessment year? Mriganka? Okay. Everybody. It could be me, it could be company, anybody who is having income. This is with respect to direct. This is direct tax. This is direct. Okay, tax. And in case of GST, in case of indirect tax, most of the time it is GST. Okay, this is how it is. And in case of indirect tax, it is to be submitted every 3 months. Okay, so supposedly this is 3 months. This is financial year 2000. Any financial year you can say 2020-21, 21-22. Supposedly it is 21-22. So it will be having 4 quarter. Yes or no? 3 months. 4 quarter. 3 months. So in this 3 months, a seller who is selling item to buyer, will be collecting indirect tax from the, yes or no, indirect tax from the buyer. Say it is GST, and this will be gone to the government. This GST is to be submitted by, yes, 4 quarters. Yes, this GST is submitted. This GST collection of GST by seller is submitted to be this collection of GST is submitted to the government, and will be submitted to the government, and every 3 months. So if you are collecting from here to here, you have this much time. By the end of this month, whatever you have collected, GST collected over here, and in this first let me collect. What I'll say, first let me collect. So I have collected, and then this GST will be going to the government. The same GST which will be going to the government in the second quarter. So collection of quarter one. I can write quarter, then it will be. Collection of quarter one will be submitted to the government by quarter two. Got the point? This is indirect tax, and that which what I said assessment year, that was direct tax. Quarter one, quarter two. My discussion is of budget. Please let me focus over there. So got the point? So the same collection will be gone to the GST, gone to the, this is GST1. GST1 is collected in quarter, or say quarter 1 GST. It should be better to write quarter 1 GST. Quarter 1 GST, quarter 1 GST will be submitted to the government in the quarter 2. Got it? Let me collect, and then I will submit to you now. So 3 months government has given. So it is with respect to indirect tax. All indirect tax will be paid like this. Okay, and this is with respect to direct tax. This is with respect to direct tax. Got it? So government will be not waiting now. In this, in case of indirect tax, government will be not taking. You have collected, just submit. That's okay. Yes or no? Okay. So income tax return file will be for 1 year, and GST return file will be for 3 months. This you got. GST return file will be done for 3 months, and income tax return or any direct tax return will be done for 1 year. Okay, this was, I mean, you people were asking assessment year, that's why I said, can I delete this? Okay, let it be over here, because I'll take a print of this and I'll upload this as well. I mean, so that you can refer this whenever you want. Yeah, I was talking about, so from here you can understand these are 3 estimation. These are 3 estimation. So now I'm moving to that document. So you can look into this. I said no, budget estimate of 2022-23. Remember, budget estimate of 2022-23. Yes or no? And last year will be revised. This we are talking on 1st February 2022-23. So here we are revising the previous year. Here we are revising the previous year budget, which was present, which was for 2021-22. Yes or no? Got the point? At the same time, budget estimate is also presented over here. You can understand this is budget estimate of 2021-22. Only this one is revised, I think. Yes or no? This is revised. The same year, no? This is revised. Got it? See, these are different datas. These are different datas. Datas are revised, getting revision. Got it? Now, previous year is actual. See the word actual? Now the previous year, for previous year 2020-21, it is actual. Okay? So everywhere, every data are revised. See all these data. I mean, I'll be not going for discussion of all the budget things. Okay, but as I said now fiscal deficit. You remember that fiscal deficit? Only one thing I'll notice. I mean, I will talk. Fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit. I mean, fiscal deficit. Government said on 1st Feb that we will be taking fiscal deficit of 15 lakh crore. Okay, 15 lakh crore. But it ended in 15 lakh crore, or government took some little more. See this data? 15.9 lakh crore. Government was planning for this. But government is now expecting that no, 15 lakh crore, no, it will be 15.9 lakh crore, little more than this. Yes or no? And this is percentage of GDP. I said no, percentage of GDP. Earlier government was saying it will be 6.8% of GDP. But now when government has revised, said it will be 6.9% GDP. We are unable to manage. So we will have to take more loan. Got it? So accordingly, it will be getting revised. Every data will be revised. And this is budget at a glance. Try to finish the job. Try to get a reading of this document. I will upload this, or you can download it from the government website. Yeah, I was talking about this. So now you got it. So I will be basically focusing on 2022-23 budget. Okay, now you got it. 3 revised thing. This is 1st Feb. This is 1st Feb. And this is 1st April. And budget is for 2022-23. 31st March. So in this, I said that government is going to do the expenditure. Government is talking here about a budget estimate that here in this year, we will be receiving something and will be spending something. So only one data I will take. Okay. So government is saying, from here you can see, government is saying receipt. This is readable. Okay. So 3 things I will be saying. Government is total receipt in 1.4. Government is saying 39.4 lakh crore we will collect receipt. We will have 39.4 lakh crore. We will have 39.4 lakh crore. And we will do the expenditure of 39.4 lakh crore. But in this 39.4 lakh crore, which we are getting, 16.6 lakh crore, 16.6 lakh crore we are taking as loan. 16.6 lakh crore. 39.4 and 16.6. Okay, yes, 39. So I'll be 39.4 and 16.6. So government here is saying in the budget of this 2022-23, we will be getting 39 point, how much? 39.6 now? 39.4. And we will be having this much receipt, and we will be doing the expenditure of 39.4 or 6. I think 6. 39.9. Okay, let me check once again. That's that gone. Yeah, 39.4 and 16.6, sorry. 39.4, government is saying we will be 39.4 lakh crore, got the point? Rupees. We will be having this much rupee, this much receipt. We will be having this much receipt. Okay, we will be collecting this much, and we will be doing expenditure of this much. Doing the expenditure of this much. 39.4 lakh crore. One interesting thing I'll tell you here. Okay, lakh crore. We will be receiving this much. This is the part. This is budget. This is plan. This is plan, or this is basically the budget amount. Okay, and in this 39.4 lakh crore, it is not like all money is ours. We are taking 16.6 lakh crore in this only. 16.6 lakh crore as loan is fiscal deficit. Is loan. We are taking loan or debt. Loan or debt this much for this year. For this year only. Got it? So out of this 39.4 lakh crore, you can understand how much is the government money. This money government is borrowing. This is others' money. Yes or no? This is others' money. Others' money. Yes or no? Not the government money. So government would be needing to pay it back in days to come. And how much is left? Around 23 lakh crore. So around 23 lakh crore, it is the government money. Okay. So these two, 23, can I say 16 just to make it simple? Just to make it simple, can I write 16? Around 16 lakh crore. Just to make it simple, try to understand. You can get the real figure from there. Around 16 lakh crore government is borrowing, and 23 lakh crore around 23 lakh crore. So these two are, government is getting these money. Government money is only 23 lakh crore. So this much money will be coming from taxes, yes or no? Or non-tax revenue? Yes or no? Some of the amount will be coming from tax, some of the amount will be coming from and this much money. So there are three money, A, B, C. I can write A is not the government money, B is the government money, C is the government money. So all taxes and all non-taxes. In non-taxes, you can write many things. For example, income of railway, yes or no? Income of different PSUs, some income of the RBI itself. Okay, different PSUs. I mean government companies, banks income. Yes or no? These are like in profit of these guys. And who are the owner of this? Who are the owner? Who is the owner? Government is owner, so their profit will be the government profit. Yes or no? Because government is the owner now. Got it? So these are ABC. This is from ABC. Government is collecting this much, and now government will be putting this much expenditure. This much expenditure. Now, one thing I need to add over here. Another money which is not counted here. Another money which is not counted here is the money of. This much is debt, no doubt. This much is debt, no doubt. But there are other money also which government was taking from the market. From the market. 1 second. And that is not the part of the budget. Some 82 lakh crore. How much? Some 82 lakh crore government is taking from the market. And taking from the market. So first try to understand this. There are two kind of expenditure which can be done from the Consolidated Fund of India, voted and charged upon. You know this? Voted and charged upon. Apart from this is I'll say it as budget. I'll write it as budget. Voted and charged upon. You know this? Budget. This is budget. This is budget amount. Apart from this, there are another money which government is taking, but not the part of the budget. Another money, I will say money only, you can understand. Some of the money from the Consolidated Fund of India are supposed to be. Some of the money, this is very important discussion. Some of the money which is the part of the Consolidated Fund of India, I can write CFI. I mean, it is also CFI, it is also CFI. One is CFI is like charged upon, another CFI is like voted. So this one is voted. This one is voted. Budget को vote किया जाता है ना? Budget के amount को vote किया जाता है. Voted expenditure. Yes. But some of the amount is like charged. I can write here. Charged upon. Charged upon. So this charged upon expenditure are many. If you want to look what are different charged upon expenditure, there is a separate document I have. I can upload this if you want. I can, yeah, I should show at least. Give me a second. Okay. You can download this annual financial statement. Annual financial statement. Actually, I am talking those things which are like you will not get anywhere, and these documents you can read by yourself. I am talking in a respect that when you read this document, you can understand everything. You should be having no confusion. Okay, sir said this, sir said that. Okay, you can connect it. I am discussing in that sense. Okay, I'm not reading like you. I'm trying to connect. So see, it is Consolidated Fund of India. 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 Disbursement. 1 second. Consolidated Fund of India. Statement 1. Consolidated disbursement. Yeah, see what is, it's called statement 1A. You can download it from government website. It is said as annual financial statement. Okay, annual financial statement. So it is a statement 1A talking about all those expenditure which is charged, for which there will be no voting in parliament. Government without voting will be giving this much money to these people. No voted are in the dispose, yes. No voted are in the dispose of allowances for judicial, including salaries and safety. Yes, very nice. Yes, you are correct. They look very nice. I have the whole list. See, what are you saying? I have a whole list. Okay. Public Service Commission you have written, yes or no? And Administration of Justice you would have written, yes or no? President you would have written, Parliament, Legislature you would have written, yes or no? So it is like all these money, got it? One money which you are not knowing. I'm hopeful that you are not knowing. I mean, hopeful mean it is good in case you are knowing. See how much is total. How much is total? 82.7 lakh crore. Got the point? This is 325 lakh, 82.7 lakh crore. And what is the budget amount? What was the budget amount? Only 39 point. From here you can understand. Budget was 39.4 lakh crore. So some of the amount is not the part of this budget. This 82.7 lakh crore which the government is going to disburse means charged upon the Consolidated Fund of India is not the part of the, this money is not the part of the budget because it is charged upon. And these are different, you can, defense services charged upon, see, many of the public works, vigilance, okay, one of them, out of 82.7 crore, now see, this is important, out of 82.7 crore, how much is this? How much is this? Yes, we are correct, Pavani, very nice. How much is this? 70 lakh crore, around 70 lakh crore government is supposed to pay the debt. Suppose to government ने पहले उधार लिया था, तो गवर्नमेंट को ये उधार चुकता करना है, और गवर्नमेंट जब उधार चुकता करने जा रही है तो गवर्नमेंट को पार्लियामेंट से परमिशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, या पार्लियामेंट उस पर वोट नहीं करेगी. मीन आप जो जानते हो प्रेसिडेंट, मीन वट एवर यू आर नोइंग, प्रेसिडेंट, जुडिशियरी, expenditure of these items, that is all thing, that is all good you said. Dilip, what Dilip has counted? Dilip has counted judicial salaries of SC, Supreme Court and High Court judges, President of India, members of UPSC, as well as vigilance was there also. Vigilance Commission, I think I read somewhere. Yes or no? For vigilance, or for it is not Vigilance Commission, for vigilance, okay, for vigilance, wherever it is going, for vigilance. So this much money is charged upon, okay, this much money is charged upon, and the government, internal debt of central government, and whatever was debt, whatever loan, whatever debt which were taken by the government, as well as external loan, internal loan as well as external loan, I should count both, internal loan as well as external loan of the central government, which is like this much money, 70.7, more than 70 lakh crore, will be not charged upon. Got the point? Yes or no? Yes or no? So if I go to there, I will write as 82.7 only, okay? Or I can write 70 lakh crore would be all right. I'll be writing 70 lakh crore and 82.7. So let me go to that document, that page I was talking. Projected clause, that page where I was writing. Yeah, this much money government is not talking about. Government is talking about only 39.4. Yes or no? And many of the money which is charged from the Consolidated Fund of India is not talking about 82.7 lakh crore. Yes or no? In all these things which you were counting, as well as. So another thing is government is taking lots of loan, which is not the part of, from how, I mean, is it possible? Now look into this. Your receipt is, and it will be coming as, your receipt is 39.4 lakh crore. Is it possible to spend A plus C, A plus B, C. I'll be writing this A, this is A and A plus B. Is it possible to spend A plus B when you have only this much as your receipt? Is it possible to spend A plus B when you have receipt only as 39.4? So sure there is, got your point? Now the point what I'm saying, there is some money which is coming in Consolidated Fund of India as government is taking loan, debt, government is borrowing, and this borrowing is not shown over here. This is market money. This is market money, market's money. Okay, this is market's money. This is borrowing of the government, which is not shown over here. And this borrowing is done so that payment. So, I mean, out of this 82.7 lakh crore, where the government is taking, where the government was putting major money, 70 lakh crore, where the government was giving money to the market only, na? This is like principal, principal amount, principal amount. This is principal, which is supposed to be given. Yeah, repayment. Yes, principal repayment. Repayment of principal, right? This, right? Repayment of principal. So this is very important. I mean, from here I'll principal, repayment of principal. And this is repayment of principal. So repayment of principal will be done from principal amount taken by the market only. Principal amount taken by the market only. This is principal amount. Or you can understand this principal amount is being taken, this principal or this loan is being taken, this loan is being taken to fulfill this. Yes or no? You got the point. This loan is being taken to fulfill this. Okay. Yes. And this is not being shown in budget. Or the government is saying, see, it is not, I mean, we can take money from the market. What burden is interest on this. And interest on these will be the part of budget. Interest on these will be the part of budget. Interest will be given from 39.4 lakh crore. But the principal will be given, principal amount will be given and will be charged upon. Okay, will be charged upon. Now I can conclude this discussion like this. I mean, this discussion I can conclude like this. Every year the government is presenting budget. Okay, try to understand. Every year the government is, I'll take 3 years as my example. 2020, 22, 23, 2020, 21, 22. So when if you want to look into the overall expenditure of the government, I mean this 70 lakh crore as well as this 39 lakh crore, if you want to look into the overall expenditure of the government, I mean or overall expenditure, I can write A, B, C, D. A, B, C and D, and this is D. So if you want to look into the overall A, B, C, D, A and B are receipt, and C and D are receipt, and C and D are expenditure. If you want to look into the details of A and B receipt, and B and C is expenditure. If you want to look A, B, I already written C and D, sorry. A, B and C and D. C and D is expenditure. If you want to look into the overall expenditure, overall is this one. Overall. Yes or no? This is overall. If you want to look at the overall things, you can get it from annual financial statement. When you can download annual financial statement from the government site. So this is interesting thing. While looking into annual financial statement, when you look into that overall money which the government is getting is 113 lakh crore. So where the money is going? Money is going into charged upon. Okay, so government will be not showing all. Government will be taking as budget. Government will be taking as budget only those amount which requires to be only those amount which are required to be passed by the parliament, or will be needing voting by of the parliament, or voting, yes, which will be like voting. But government will be presenting overall things in its annual financial statement. Okay, so this is the difference. When we say annual financial statement, overall it is A and B and C and D, and when we say budget, it is only B and D. Got it? Yes, very nice. And don't get confused. I mean, just take it like simple, as I said. Only there are two things, and here you will understand better by this example. 2021-22, 21-22, 2021-22, and it is 2020 21. It is all right. It is all right. Okay, I'm just giving example like this. Try to understand. This is first Feb. Here government, here government has presented budget for this year. First Feb. On first Feb, it is also first Feb when budget is presented for, and it is also first Feb when budget is presented for first Feb. Okay, so this is budget estimate for this year. So supposedly here government is taking loan as in this only. I'm talking about supposedly the budget is started, the government is started, or the country started presenting budget from 2020-21 only. Just for example, the things are starting from 2021 only, just for example. So government is taking loan here as say 50. Government has taken loan here as 50. Now on this 50 which the government has taken loan, need to pay interest, yes or no? I mean, here for 1 year government will be paying interest, in next year interest, and supposedly this loan is taken for 1 year. This loan is taken for 1 year. This loan is taken for 1 year. Now next year interest of this is say 5%, say 10%. Interest is say 10%. So on the basis of 10%, how much interest is supposed to pay? Interest is say 10%. Five, yes, 5. So 5 will be here. And loan was taken for 1 year. And here government will be, and supposedly loan which is taken is taken by any private party or market. Say market means anybody can give loan. I will write M for market. This loan 50 is taken by this loan. M market has given this much money to the government as loan, and it was taken for 1 year. Here say market, in market 1 I can write P1 P2 kind of thing, private party 1, private party 2, or person 1, person 2. Person 1 has given loan. Now this loan was given as 50 to this loan was given as 50 to the government. Government is doing expenditure, and this loan supposedly was taken for 1 year. So in next year, here in this year, government needs to, ये 5 तो देना ही देना है. Government needs to pay 50 back. Yes or no? Back to P1. So what government will do here in the next budget, government will take from P2 the 50 and then will pay to P1. That's it. Government is what government is doing in next year. Government is taking from P2 and gave it. P1 is settled now. And what is the budget? And supposedly this was also deficit. Try to understand. This is very important. This budget was also deficit by 10. This budget was also deficit by 10. So how much government will be taking? 60. Now the overall 60. This budget is 60. And how much P1 is given? 50. Okay. And now come to this, just falling into the debt traps. Yes, kind of, very nice. And here also fiscal deficit is say in next year, fiscal deficit is say 15. So in next year, P1 is settled, P1 is settled now, P1 is settled, gone. So in here, this budget was, this government is doing here, I can make line like this, okay. Yes, this is like this. In this year, the government is doing like this. And in next year, what government is doing? Next year, government is doing from P3. Now, from P3 to P2. Yes, very nice. From any party, these are market people. So from P3, government would be taking. See, how much P2 is supposed to be given? How much P2 is supposed to be given? 60 ना, P2 को 60 देना है, 60 लिया था. अब P2 को 60 दिया और P3 से कितना लेना होगा? 15 डेफिसिट इस साल का भी है. इसको ध्यान में रखते हुए P2 से कितना लेना पड़ेगा? 75. यस, 75 दिया. तो आप देखो हर साल बजट में अगर तो यस, अब इस साल पब्लिक डेट कितना है? ये वाला लोन इस साल पब्लिक डेट कितना है? गवर्नमेंट पे उधार कितना हो गया इस साल? पब्लिक डेट नेक्स्ट ईयर 2023-24 में 75 और 2021-22 में उधार कितना था गवर्नमेंट पे? दिस कॉल्ड पब्लिक डेट 50. से पब्लिक डेट बढ़ गई ना. द पब्लिक डेट इज इंक्रीजिंग विथ टाइम. सी, because of fiscal deficit is getting higher. And what about that mean? Sorry. We need to add interest. We need to add, so interest. The amount of interest says 10% here. How much government will be giving? 6 over here. Yes or no? Interest. It was interest, I think 5. It was interest, I think 6. So government will be not giving 550 only. Government will be giving 50 plus 5. Yes or no? Government will be giving 60 plus 6. But in budget, what will be counted? In budget, 55. So I have written two figures: 50 and 5, 60 and 6. These 5 and 6 will be written in budget. Okay. These 5 and 6 will be written in budget, and these 50 and 60 will be charged upon Consolidated Fund of India. Got the point? These 50 and 60 will be charged upon, and this 5 and 6 interest will be voted. Interest will be voted. Got it? Okay, very nice. So every year, in budget, what you will see? In budget, you will not see the principal amount. And that's why budget will be not counting the principal amount. But in budget, you will not see in budget, no mention of principal amount, repayment of principal amount. In budget, no mention of, there is no mention of repayment of principal amount. Yes or no? Got it? Repayment of principal amount. And because government is not adding here, but in annual financial statement, everything will come. Okay, in annual financial statement of Consolidated Fund of India or of public accounts of India, everything will be counted. Everything will be, but in budget it will be like this. In budget, no mention of repayment of principal amount. Okay, got it? You people are understanding? Yes or no? Okay, good. Okay, thank you. So this is one of the important things. And if you could go and read this once again, it is talking about debt. It is talking about debt. This is basically principal amount. And so with time, what is happening here? Here you can understand. With time, what is happening? The burden of interest is. With time, two things are happening. With time, two things are happening. So you got the difference. What is fiscal deficit? You got it. Fiscal deficit will be of 1 year only. This you got, I think. Yes or no? There is fiscal deficit will be of 1 year only, and there is public debt. Public debt is summation of all debt on the government or debt of the government. Yes or no? Summation of all, whatever it will be added. And what we are looking at the fact that the summation of public debt or the overall public debt is increasing. Dilip, you were not present in my that class. What is that class? My economics class. Were you not present? Okay. And interest payment. And interest payment will be on what? Interest payment will be done on this or both. Interest payment will be done on this or both. Interest payment will be done on which? This is also loan, na? This is also loan for 1 year. This is also loan of kind of addition. So public debt would be including this fiscal deficit. Yes, it is of both. And when in fiscal deficit you subtract the interest payment, then it will be okay. And in fiscal deficit, when this interest payment will be subtracted, then it will come as in fiscal deficit. When interest payment will be subtracted, then it will call as primary deficit. So when we talk about primary deficit, it is nothing but fiscal deficit minus interest payment. Yes, difference between these. So you got this. Please get these. These terms are important, and try to understand these things. So this was about budget. Some technical things regarding budget. When you study these, you need to know this much only. Need not to go into very detail of document. Try to understand overall what is the thing. That is your overall job. Okay, but at least you should read at least once these documents. At least once. Don't mean not to remember it or not to memorize it, but to understand this, understand the overall thing. You should go at least once. And in case you don't have time and this year only you are going to appear, then you are not supposed to read. In case anybody will be appearing in 2024, then he can read these documents, or he should read. He or she should read these documents. In case anybody is going to appear in 2023, अभी 23 चल रहा है ना, नेक्स्ट ईयर अगर कोई ज्वाइन कर रहा है तो उसे पढ़ना चाहिए सारे इकोनॉमिक सर्वे भी एक रीडिंग एटलीस्ट फर्स्ट चैप्टर को पूरा पढ़ो एंड एंजॉय योर रीडिंग So this I taught, and here you can look into, yeah, this I should talk a little, that from where money is getting. Now, those money which were like borrowing, some of the borrowing will be written, not all borrowing. Got the point? Some of the borrowing will be written, not all. Okay. So government will be showing budget as 39.4 lakh crore. Government will be talking about that our budget estimation is 39.4 lakh crore. Okay. And government has projected, I said not projected, for 2020-23, GDP projection is 250 lakh, 58 lakh crore. Okay, government is saying, okay, is this estimation, the estimation of the government or the projection of the government for the GDP. GDP is what? Money value of all production. GDP is different thing, and budget is different thing. GDP is money value of all production, whatever production. It is the money value of all production. Whatever production we have done in our country, formal sector as well as informal sector, total production. I mean, although it will be not really the actual real data, but it would be like very much near to the real data. It is money value of all production. Okay. Which will be done in money value of all production, which will be done in, got the point? Which will be done in, mean it is not necessarily it will be happening or this figure will come, but it is projection of the government, which will be done in 2022-23, yes. So these are the money, these are in terms of percentages. Percentage, rupiah kahan se aata hai, rupees come from, and rupees mean it is rupee, because in rupee you have 100 paisa. So you need not to have an understanding of percentage. It will be difficult for Vidhayak ji to understand the percentage thing. Yes or no? You can understand I mean, some of you guys are not very much. I have noticed many of you, I mean, not you particularly, you mean the student community, are not good in percentages. So how can I mean, taking these Vidhayak as they would be like very much knowledgeable of percentages. So, but they know that in 1 rupee there are 100 paisa. They know this. They know this, that there in 1 rupee there are 100 paisa. So from that point of view, this is made. This budget at a glance in pictorial or graphics, pictorial representation of this budget in terms of percentage. So रुपया, 1 रुपया में कितना पैसा होता है? 35. मीन 1 रुपया अगर सरकार के पास आएगा तो 35 पैसा कहाँ से आ रहा है? बोरोइंग से. 1 रुपया अगर पैसा गवर्नमेंट के पास आ रहा है तो 15 पैसे कहाँ से आएंगे? अब विधायक जी के आसानी से समझ आ जाएंगे. अच्छा, 1 रुपये में 15 पैसा. If you'll say 15% of the receipt of the government will be coming from corporation tax, it will be difficult for Vidhayak ji to understand. Try to understand this. So this is how it is presented. To make it simple, to make it is not only Vidhayak ji, it is like common people of the country whose percentages, whose knowledge of percentages not very good. For them it is presented like this. Okay, so maximum receipt or the maximum percentage of receipt in the hand of the government is coming from here. So from here you can have a, you can have a that mean ascending order of the receipt or descending order of the receipt. You can have a knowledge. So ascending in ascending or decreasing order, say decreasing order of the receipt. First is this, yes or no? Second, I think is this. Third, I think is this, yes or no? Second, you got second. Second is this. Second is this. So sometimes they ask question like this. Okay, which is the second one? Which is the ascending order of the receipt or descending order or increasing order or decreasing order? So they ask like this sometimes. 1, 2, 3, and it will be for 1 year. No, it is there for 1 year only, and it is also projected. It is also estimation. It is not real. Yes or no, for 1 year. So next year, if they are asking question, it will be different. So you need to remember this only for 1 year. I think this is also third. Both are 15, 15. Yes or no? This is also third. And fourth can be, this can be fourth. Fifth. Now you can see this is also fifth. This is also fifth. This is sixth. So this is how you can. And where the money is going from that budget money, where the money is going. See, with time, 20% of expenditure, 20% of expenditure is going into interest payment. Got the point? So public debt, overall debt would be huge. So the burden is of interest, not in it is what I was saying. Burden is of interest. Is a huge burden, yes or no? Huge burden. Budget burden is not of. It is huge burden. 20% interest. So try to understand here. Yeah, one second. The burden on the government, or burden on the government, burden on the people. Burden on the people are not of the mean. It is supposedly it is government. Government is one year taking loan from P1, and in next year, the government has taken loan from and in next year took loan from P2 and gave it to next year took loan from P2 and gave it to P1. P1 is settled. Next year took loan from P3 and gave it to P2. So, and next year, see what is happening. Next year, I can tag which one? And next to this year, government is taking loan from P4, private party 4, and give it to. So, loan is like permanently. The loan amount is financed by permanently, which is kind of permanently. Yes or no? Permanently, the loan amount, the principal amount, say principal amount is better. Principal amount of loan is financed by, or government is taking from market. Yes or no? Got it? So every year the system, things are like this. But with time, this loan will be increasing. Yes or no? With time, this loan, we have seen this loan is increasing. This loan is increasing. So loan is increasing, there is no issue. Loan is increasing, there will be no issue, because here in our example also, loan was increasing from 50 to 60 and then from 60 to 75. Yes or no? Loan was increasing from 50 to 60 and then from 60 to 75. Yeah, burden is of the burden, loan is increasing, no issue. For the government is saying loan, प्राइवेट पार्टी P1 के टाइम में बोल रही है, प्राइवेट पार्टी 2 है ना, P2 के टाइम बोल रही है, प्राइवेट पार्टी 3 है ना. So it is like this. So government is not having pressure, or government is not having any kind of government is knowing that from market I can take it. But some of the people, it is like market. Try to understand. It is like market. Market should be having trust on the government. Market should be having trust on the government. And if market is losing trust, P4 will not give. This is market now. This is market. Market is giving money to the government. Market. And if market is losing trust, Then market is P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. These are market now. So if fiscal deficit of the government is increasing, trust in the government would be decreasing. Market trust in the government would be decreasing. Okay, and market means when trust is, market will be not giving money, or market will be like reluctant. And here in this case, if you would have done my class, then you can understand bond yield would be increasing because government securities price of the market price of the government securities would be will be decreasing because market price गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटी के थ्रू ही लोन लेती है ना गवर्नमेंट, ये पढ़ा है आपने. दिस वुड बी हैपनिंग. सो अगर बॉन्ड यील्ड बढ़ रही है तो इसका मतलब ट्रस्ट कम हो रहा है. सो लोन लेना अच्छी बात है, लेकिन हमेशा लोन मिलता रहेगा ये भी लोन गवर्नमेंट कैन मैनेज द deficit every time deficit, or government can manage the repayment of principal amount by taking loan from someone else. That is good thing. But every time if the loan amount is increasing, the market will be losing trust in the government. Okay. So from here you can understand this loan is increasing, no issue. Government is saying no issue. Government is saying no issue. I can take it from P5, I can take it from P6 and all that. Yes, thank you. So government is saying, but burden of interest payment is increasing, and that's why what you have seen, burden of interest increasing. Okay, burden of interest increasing. So this I have talked with respect to basic budget. Now I will move to another document which is important. That is budgetary glance I have discussed. Summary. E2 budget document, where is that? Okay, I need to have one more. E2 budget document. 1 second. Now this is important. This is very important with respect to budget or overall understanding of budget. Budget is a law, or you need to budget is a resolution. Resolution means a kind of promise the government is doing with the parliament, in the parliament, and government is saying, okay, go and fulfill this. Kind of this. Budget is resolution, yes. But some of the things, resolution, not law, yes, very nice. But some of the thing in the budget will be part of law. For example, taxes. Government earlier was taking 10% tax, but now government is taking saying 15% tax. So government can take tax on the basis of law, yes or no? Government cannot take tax on the basis of resolution. I mean, supposedly, if the government is kind of saying, passing a resolution in parliament and saying, okay, now we will take 15% tax from Layeeque Azam, in case Layeeque Azam means people of the country. So Layeeque Azam will be not necessarily, or it will be not a kind of obligation on Layeeque Azam that he will be paying 15% tax. By the time it is not, by the time a law is not passed to get that as legal. Yes or no? In case I don't pay tax, and if I will be paying tax only 10%, not 15%, nobody can do anything against me, or nobody can file case against me that, or my payment will be not said as illegal. My tax payment of 10% will be not said as illegal, because if government want to make it from 10% to 15%, government has to pass a law. Yes or no? And these laws are written in finance bill. These laws are written in finance bill. So these are the documents which government presents in parliament. One is annual financial statement, overall, I talked about now, overall, all money. Okay, in this budget will be also presented. Second is demand for grants. Demand for grants means every department or every department of the or every ministry will be saying, okay, this much is our expenditure. This much is our expenditure. Supposedly any Ministry of Education, supposedly. How government has come that its expenditure will be 39.4 lakh crore. How government has come to this data? Please, anybody? How government has come to this data? But supposedly in a family, there are 4 people, P1, P2, P3, and P4. There are 4 sons and daughters of father, say father, and father is saying, my family, this is family. Family is having 4% plus father, it is like 5%. Father is saying, father being head of the family is saying, our family, our expenditure in this month, in this year, will be 10 lakh rupees. How father is coming to this figure? Our expenditure based on the incomes. Yes, very nice. Or supposedly father income is less and his father income is only 7 lakh rupees. Income is 7 lakh rupees. So it is not 7 lakh rupees. Father is saying our expenditure in this month, in this year will be 10 lakh rupees. Income is only 7 lakh rupees. So how father is coming at this figure, 10 lakh rupees? Yes, please fast. Nothing but by in case of any loans. Why? How much? Why he is not taking 3 lakh loan? Na? Why it is not taking 5 lakh loan? Why is not taking 5 lakh loan? But my question is, how this 10 lakh rupees is coming? By adding expenditure of all, yes or no? By adding estimated expenditure of all. Yes or no? Estimated expenditure of all. Yes or no? That P1 is saying my kharcha will be 2 lakh rupees. P2 will be saying my kharcha will be 5 lakh rupees. P3 is saying my kharcha will be 50,000 rupees. P4 is saying my kharcha is 1 lakh. So all expenditure, all kharcha means expenditure. By adding all expenditure, so when P1 is saying that my expenditure is say 2 lakh rupees, so P1 is demanding this much. Yes or no? P1 is demanding this much. So likewise, government is also made of different ministries. Yes or no? Different ministries, and all ministries will be demanding that my expenditure is this much. So their demand will be called as demand for grants. Their demand will be called as demand for grants. Yes or no? And their demand for grants will be there will be standing committee, concerned ministry. Yeah, standing committee. Yeah, standing committee with the concerned ministries, and though they will be deciding that overall demand, our demand is this much. So got the point. So by adding all these demand, government is coming to that picture, 39.4 lakh rupees, 39.4 lakh crore. Yes or no? By adding expenditure of all, estimated expenditure and estimated expenditure they will demand, as P1 was demanding from father. As P1 was demanding from father, likewise ministry will be demanding from the government. So this will be called demand for grants. Got it? So demand for grants, I mean, what were different demand for grants? Those data will be also, these are documents, try to understand, these are documents which will be presented in Parliament. These are documents which will be presented in Parliament. Yeah, cut motion can also apply. Yeah, cut motion can also apply, you are correct. But cut motion will be passed by opposition party in all cases, because ministry is the government, na? Why government will be passing cut motion against it? And I mean, it is unlikely that cut motion will be accepted. Yes or no? Yeah, and father sometimes, I mean, our dad also passed cut motion, no? Dad is like our opposition. Or most of the time, mom would be more interested in passing cut motion. Father is like, okay, cool, jao beta, जी लो अपनी जिंदगी. But mother, my mom was not like so. My mom was, I mean, but in most of the cases, Indian moms are like, will be interested in passing cut motion, because she understand there are different expenditure which is like more important than doing fizul kharcha. Fizul kharcha means, unnecessary. There are some important things for you. For example, your better education, your better health care, your better food at home, rather than street food, which is like unhygiene at the same time, unhealthy. Yes or no? Got it? Yes. So here also opposition. So mom is not opposition. Try to understand this. So, and likewise, opposition is also not opposition. Maybe opposition is there. Yeah, maybe opposition would be there. Opposition would be all. Opposition also talks about the benefit of the people. Yes or no? जैसे मम्मी पापा को कैसे गाइड करती है, वैसे अपोजिशन सरकार को गाइड करती है, या गाइड करना चाहिए. Yes or no? Got it? So this was, and these are some documents with respect to fiscal responsibility. Their fiscal responsibility and budget management. I mean, government should try to reduce its fiscal deficit so that overall public debt can come down. In this document, fiscal FRBMA, Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act, there was an act which was passed in 2003 first. It was a kind of, a kind of obligation on the government that with time, government will be reducing its fiscal deficit. Okay, so government no doubt has tried its best. And this time also, even during the COVID, government has kept only 6 point something% as fiscal deficit. So these are other documents. Expenditure is the part of budget only, annual financial statement. Receipt is the part of annual financial statement. Again, they will be presented separately. Budget at a glance you have seen. And if there is any memorandum in terms of finance bill, that will be presented. Output and outcome budget will be also presented. In output and outcome budget, what they are talking? They are talking about, okay, you have spent this much. What is the output? You have spent this much. What is the output? Output and outcome. Output and outcome. I can take an example of output and outcome. So that is that will be also presented. I can write. Okay, there I should write there only. First, second. Output and outcome you can understand from me. It will give some 10-15 minutes more. Then I will let you know how to read these documents. Okay, these are some conceptual thing or technical thing which I was supposed to discuss it with you. And once you understand the overall budget, not mean like memorizing those small numbers, no. Overall, what is the budget? You can do, if whatever question they ask and whatever twist will be there in the question, you can do that. That's why overall understanding is very important in UPSC exam. Overall understanding is very important. So what I was saying, uh, yeah, what was that point I was discussing? Central sector schemes comes under outcome budget. Yeah, outcome budget I was talking about. Yeah, outcome budget mean all kind of schemes, central sector schemes or central sponsored scheme. Okay, because money is gone into there. Now, wherever money is gone, so any scheme is taking money. This money is called outlay or advance. Any scheme is taking money. That's good thing. Okay, take money, no issue, or take advance, no issue. But what you are supposed to take only take money, or you are supposed to do something. Scheme will be done by ministry. Ministry is taking this much money to run a scheme. So yes, what is the output? What is the output? You have to, while taking money, you will have to show output. Okay, and what is outcome? I can take any example I can take. For example, generally I take Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education. Yes, I mean after implementation, what will happen? Ministry of Education for Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, for example, for Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, Ministry of Education for Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is taking 10,000 crore rupees. That's good. Okay, take this much money, no issue. So what is the output? I mean, what is the output? Output means some physical changes which take place in physical changes which will take place in education sector. In education sector, or education sector means with respect to Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. Supposedly you have made buildings, school buildings. That's good thing from here. Okay, your target is, or you have hired teachers. Now more teachers you have, and teachers are given salary. Teachers are given salary. Now you have more teachers. Okay, so these are like physical changes. These are like the changes which you can witness, and it is like quantitative changes. Quantitative. And what was your objective? What was your ultimate objective? To build a school building, to hire teacher, or something else? What was the ultimate way? Supposedly you have lots of school buildings. Growth in what? What was your ultimate objective by taking this much money? What was the ultimate objective? Infrastructure. You want to build only school. That is our ultimate objective. Ultimate objective is education. Education बढ़ी कि नहीं बढ़ी? Education could be seen with respect to literacy rate, for example. अगर आपने 10,000 करोड़ लेकर गए हैं, तो अल्टीमेटली आप स्कूल बनाओ या जो करो, लेकिन क्या होना चाहिए? लिटरेसी रेट बढ़नी चाहिए. अडल्ट स्कूल्स में जाने चाहिए. अडल्ट एजुकेशन. Adult people should be going in school in case they are not. Adult people's literacy rate or their education, they should be joining. In case they are not literate, they should be joining school, or in case Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. So this is literacy rate or any other indicator of education through which you can measure, or supposedly knowledge to students. Knowledge, literacy rate is different thing. Knowledge to students. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan will be basically for school. Of एडिशन का नॉलेज हुआ, एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन, बेसिक मैथ्स लोगों को बच्चों को आई कि नहीं आई. ये है ना, कोई आपने स्कूल बना दिया बहुत बड़ा, लेकिन बच्चा एडिशन नहीं कर पा रहा है, बच्चा बेसिक मैथ्स नहीं कर पा रहा है, क्या फायदा? आपने बहुत सारे टीचर्स हायर कर लिए, लेकिन बच्चा रीडिंग नहीं कर पा रहा है, क्या फायदा? Got the point what I'm saying? This is qualitative and this is quantitative. Ultimate objective is to increase quality, to achieve something here, something like this. Yes or no? Reading, writing, basic mathematics, understanding. Got the point? So whose responsibility of who should be taking these responsibilities? Basic foundation. Ministry of Education, when taking 10,000 crore from the government, 10,000 crore from the government, should be saying these things are achieved or not, whether you will achieve it or not, or you are just interested in taking money and in announcing schemes, or you are just interested in taking money and in announcing various different schemes with big names, or will you change the ground realities? This is called output outcome budget. This is called output outcome budget. Okay, good. In my next session, I can talk about where the government will be doing spendings. Today I talked about from where money is coming, okay, and what is budget overall. And in next class, I can talk about where the money will be going. And for that, I will provide document right now. Where money is going, yes. That in terms of rupee. Just yeah, you got this much, everybody? Yeah, this is. So these are different. So these are, I mean, apart from these are budget is a resolution, no? But one act is also passed. Which one is act? Finance bill is an act. Got the point? Finance bill is a related act of the budget. You can say like this. So these are documents A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 document will be submitted in Parliament. How much? 12 document will be submitted. And in this 12 document, in these 12 document, one will be bill. Which one is bill? Finance bill. One is finance bill. And this finance bill, when will be given assent by President. Yes, sir, finally. Finally mean, Dilip, are you saying something? One is finance bill. One is finance bill, and this finance bill will be passed and will become an act. And when this become an act, whatever were the tax proposals of the government will become legal. Tax proposal of government. Tax proposal of government will become finance bill after the appropriation of demands of grants. Yes. And then it is in parallel, tax proposal of the government will become legal. It is in parallel, I mean, all will be presented in parallel, will become legal. Okay. Appropriation of demands and grants will be going in parallel for the whole year. Whenever you are taking money from Consolidated Fund of India, okay, whenever you are taking money from the Consolidated Fund of India, you need to pass appropriation bill. Okay, and this is different thing. This is not appropriation bill is different thing. It's like no money can be withdrawn. Yes, it is like withdrawing, and finance bill is talking about taking money. Taking money, finance bill is talking about this is budget now. Budget. When rupee, it is Consolidated Fund of India. When rupee is being withdrawn, then the appropriation bill, concept of appropriation bill is coming. Got the point? Appropriation bill. The concept of appropriation bill is coming when rupee or money is withdrawn from Consolidated Fund of India. And rupee will be coming in Consolidated Fund of India when you pay the tax. Yes or no? And tax proposal is passed by finance bill. So finance bill is talking about receipt. Yes or no? This is receipt. Receipt. And appropriation bill is talking about withdrawing. Both are different things. Dilip. Appropriation bill is different thing. Appropriation of demand for grant is a different thing. Appropriation means appropriation of demand for grants. What was demand for grants? Give me this much money. So will I give you this much money only like that only, or will I pass a bill to give that money? This is, you demanded, that's all right. But while giving you money, this bill will be passed. Any ministry has demanded, that's good. But when the government will be giving that much money to the ministry, then appropriation bill will be passed for that demand for grants. Got the point now? Okay. Yes, without enactment, you cannot withdraw a single rupee from the Consolidated Fund of India without passing a appropriation bill. Yes. So any money, whether it is interest and charged upon and voted upon is a different thing. That is with respect to budget. But to withdraw money from Consolidated Fund of India every time, even if a single rupee is being withdrawn, every time appropriation bill will be passed. Appropriation bill will be passed. An appropriation bill will be passed. It is money bill, na? Money bill can be passed by the government. Government is having already 51%. So there is no issue with the government regarding the withdrawing of the money, because government is having that much majority in the parliament. Only then there is existence of government in the parliament. Yes or no? Money bill and the existence of parliament, both are like in concurrence. Yes or no? Money bill, passage of money bill, or money bill, passage of money bill, or power of the money bill, power of getting the money bill passed, and the existence of the government, both are like same thing. Both are needing. Or money bill, for money bill, what you say? Present and voting. Yes or no? So even in case of money bill, that much 50% of whole seat overall majority is not required, or which is called absolute majority. Present and voting is simple majority, and money bill is simple majority. Yes or no? Money bill can be passed with simple majority. So it will be always easier for the government to pass the money bill. Okay. So yeah, now come to that. This is budget. One second. Yeah, summary of the union budget. This you need to read, okay? And here you will understand that where the government is going to spend. Okay, what are different expenditure of the government? For example, this is the overall talking. That government will be having two kind of money which government gets, on the basis of revenue and on the basis of capital. This I would have taught in my class. Okay. So government is talking here where the government is going to spend different where. Okay. Government is more interested in government in days to come. In this budget, government is talking about 75th year of independence to 100th year of independence. From 75th year of independence to 100th year of independence, this is 25 years, and this 25 years government is saying as Amrit Kal. Amrit Kal में हम लोग अच्छा growth करेंगे. This is the government is hopeful of this, or we have to put more effort in this Amrit Kal. So government is talking about macroeconomic level growth. When we'll be celebrating 100th year of independence, by that time these things should be happened. Microeconomic level of all inclusive. Yeah, these are like long-term goals. But government is not putting money for government is putting money for 1 year. With respect to in days to come also that will be Yeah, that will be, for example, capital expenditure. In case government is moving towards capital expenditure in days to come, it will be helping people of the country. It will be helping the economy, helping the country itself. Promoting digital economy, fintech, technology-enabled energy transition, climate action, virtuous cycle is starting from private investment. Private investment is important, but government will be giving money to the private party also. Government will be giving money to the economy. Public capital investment will be done by government, helping crowding in private investment. There are two words which we use. One word we use, crowding in and crowding out. When we say crowding in, then private investors are coming. And when we say crowding out means private investors are going. Private investors are not investing. And when we use crowding, then private investors are coming, and private investors will come if government will do the capital investment. Okay, so for example, this you can take any example. Government is also putting effort in making infrastructure, and private party would be like adding them. You can take any example. For example, government is making any airport of its own, and then airlines will be coming from different airlines, and all that will be provided by private party. It is like if there was no airport, there would be no airlines. So government is like investing first in capital expenditure, so that private party can also add in that. Yes, Gati Shakti is one of the example. So and to coordinate all kind of infrastructure project which is going in India, which is in pipeline. Uh, Government is trying to coordinate all those projects through its Prime Minister Gati Shakti Yojana. So it is basically coordinating a scheme. Lots of infrastructure development is going on in parallel about these, and these infrastructures are being built. They should be having, by different ministries. They should be working in collaboration. They should be working in coordination. And these are like engines of growth. These are like multimodal transportation system. So infrastructure related to multimodal transportation system is will get a push by PM Gati Shakti Yojana. Okay, so you need to read this document. So see, PM Gati Shakti mean world-class modern infrastructure government is trying to build. Highways, railways, urban transportation, okay, one station, one product, unified logistic interface, capacity building, national roadways development plan. So just go into this and try to whatever figure these figures or these pictures, and try to notice these points in these pictures or in these photos. For example, this one, agriculture. For agriculture, government is going to do these things. Okay, these are important, and whatever are schemes written over here, for example, Ken Bitwa link project, government is going to finish it. Kisan will get, Kisan drones. Drones will be helping agriculture, or drones will be getting knowledge of agriculture, and those knowledge will be given to the government. And it is MSMEs, micro, small enterprises. For micro, small and medium enterprises, government, irrigation facilities. For micro, small and medium enterprises, government is going to do these things. Okay, these are expenditure. I said, no, now we are talking about all expenditure, which you can see through these schemes. So just give a reading. If I can manage, then in next session I will talk about these schemes also. These are different where the government is going to spend money. Yes or no? Government will be spending money in school, education, and all that. In health, government is doing spending. Government is spending. Okay, yeah, I will upload this. In health, government is going to spend in the spirit of PM Gati Shakti. This much money will be given so that coordination can be done better. Productivity enhancement and investment scheme. Here, government is trying to give a push to the production process. And a productivity enhancement scheme again. through different scheme. Government is trying to push the industry, the manufacturing of the country. Carbon neutral economy is important. So here also government is talking about sustainable development and all that. And for that money is being given. See, the whole page is green. Central bank digital currency. Yeah, government of RBI is going to introduce digital currency. Yes or no? Blockchain currency. So this is also, you can see, you can read these things. Financing of investment. Government is going to invest in infrastructure projects, and when government will invest, then private party will also come, or government will be helping private party to invest in the economy. Okay. Yeah, these are the things. Tax proposal. These are tax proposal. These are receipt of the money you got it. This is how the government will be taking money, and that those were how the government will be spending money. Okay, these are some changes which has been, 30% on virtual assets. Virtual assets mean cryptocurrency and digital assets. I talked about alternate minimum tax. I think there was MAT and there was AMT, minimum alternate tax, and AMT. MAT was for companies, and AMT was for non-corporates. Non-corporates mean basically cooperatives. I talked about this earlier. Okay, I will talk in taxation in case you are. When we'll do the taxation in class, then I'll talk. Indirect tax proposals. Indirect tax. Those were direct taxes. These are indirect tax. Okay, please read all this. And this is, if you read this, you'll get a good overall understanding of where the government is going to spend. And from here, question will be asked if some schemes are written over here. So for today, I'll keep this much, and I'll upload all these documents. Don't worry, okay? You need to get a good reading to this. I'll collect this and will upload this, or I can upload separately as well. Yes. And I'll upload that whatever I have written. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.